Have you ever wondered what makes a friend a friend? Is it their traits? Is it their kindness? Is it their loyalty? Or simply because you two have history together? Well, since the dawn of time, friends have always been an important and fundamental part of our growth in society. You see, you've seen it in movies, you've seen it in TV shows, you've seen it in reality. There are groups of friends, cliques, squads, homies, besties, BFFs, whatever you prefer to call them. A friend is a friend. And they were and still are an integral part of your life, whether it was from childhood to adulthood or from teenage years to adulthood. You've always and will always have your friends. But there is something different between a group of friends and a true accountable friend. And in this video, I'll be discussing all that and more. Now, we're going to read a real quick excerpt from helpguide.org. And this is what it says. A friend is someone you trust and with whom you share a deep level of understanding and communication. A good friend will show you a genuine interest in what's going on in your life and what you have to say, how you think, and how you feel. And they accept you for exactly who you are. You see, that was a excerpt from helpguide.org. You can feel free to read out the whole entire article by clicking on the link I'm going to leave in this video. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this discussion, though, I want you to think back. And I'm talking way back when you made your very first best friend. How long were they around you? And were they around because you had something that they were interested in? Or because they truly cared about your best interests? Now, I want you to think back to a very crucial point in your life, whether it was due to heartbreak from a breakup or it was because you got hurt on a skateboard. Were your friends truly around during that time or during that event in your life? And did they show you that they truly did care about you? And did they cry with you when you went through that hurt, ladies and gentlemen? You see, I say that to say, people show you who they truly are. They show you their true colors when you no longer give them or give into what they need. And then you find out just in that very moment that this individual was never your true friend. But let me tell you about the difference between fake friends and a true friend. You see, a fake friend is only around because you have something or you have access to someone that they need. So they treat you as a utility, i.e., a tool. But a true friend will be around whether you have or you have not. In fact, if you do not have the proper supplies and finances to maintain yourself, a true friend will provide for you however they can. And they won't do it just because it's convenient for them or that it makes them feel good. A true friend truly cares about your well-being. They care about your feelings. They care about your best interests, and they care about what's going on in your personal life, guys. A true example of this, a very true example of this, is when I was going through a stage of depression in my life that was bad, and I really needed someone to vent to. And this one night, I remember messaging about 6 different people on my contact list on Facebook Messenger, and absolutely no one replied. Not a soul. That's when my best friend, who's like a brother to me, it was back in November 20th, 2022. It was midnight or close to it. That's when he messaged me. And I was going through a deep depression, and I really needed someone to talk to. And I had no one else to reply. I mean, that did reply. And he had happened to send me a text just to say, hey, you okay, my brother? And I let him know exactly everything I was going through during that time period. And I let him know exactly what was going on in that phase of my life. And he had given me some uplifting words of encouragement. And he told me that if I ever needed someone to vent to, he has my back. And that I could call him anytime. And we could pray together, or we could just simply have a conversation. And I remember also when he was at a suicidal point of his life back in July 2017. And I had talked with him on the phone for a while, and I let him know how much he means to his kids and how much he meant to me as a brother. And I remember praying with him offering him the plan of salvation. And we've been tight ever since. We've been cool ever since. And no, this is not some made-up story for views. This is true fact. This is a very true story, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have someone like this in your life, then congratulations. You have a best friend, a true best friend. You know, you need to honor them, respect them, care for them, and appreciate them, because individuals like this don't come around often these days. You see, another example of true friends is someone who sees you doing wrong out there and holds you accountable. For example, right? Say you have a wife and kids, or a husband and kids at home, and you go out to the bar with your friends from work. And while you're out and about, you run into your best friend. And instead of them goading you on to have a good time, they tell you that you need to get back home to your family, because they feel what you're doing in this instance isn't right. That's a true friend. They're there to hold you accountable. They're there to hear you out, and they're there when you need them the most. And you see, and far too many times people like this are taken for granted or simply disregarded by society. You know, and it's sad to see. And so if you have a true best friend like this in your life that will hold you accountable, always be there for you no matter what the circumstance or situation is, keep them by your side, dear viewer, because you have found what true friendship is all about. Now, I want to thank you for tuning into this video. And if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that thumbs up button, ladies and gentlemen. And if you also enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe to the channel and comment in the comment section below. Anyway, I love you guys. I thank you all for tuning in. I'm here to help you with some more helpful tips. Check out the next video if you are interested. I love y'all. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed spring break week. And I will see you.